How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped. From a YouTuber who caught a ghost on camera to footage of a spirit seen in Jake Paul's Team 10 mansion. Today we're looking at some really creepy footage caught by YouTubers. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button for more creepy content just like this. In April 2016, popular YouTuber Presunto released this video in which many believe he captured a ghost on camera while exploring an abandoned insane asylum with a group of friends. After entering the derelict building, they start searching rooms along a graffiti-lined hallway. In one of the rooms, they find a mattress along with the words "New World" and "You're gonna regret it" written on the walls. With only their torchlight to guide them, they decide to head up a rickety staircase. It leads to another hallway with more empty rooms. The group pass an old elevator shaft before continuing down the dark corridor and into a large room. Presunto asks if anyone felt a really cold breeze as they entered the room. The crew ascend another flight of stairs and find themselves inside some sort of dilapidated attic space. They find a narrow plank of wood that leads to the roof of the asylum. Despite being precariously perched above a large hole, the group decide to take their chances and cross the plank. After snapping some photos on the rooftop, they enter another dark room. This one has a mysterious stain on the floor that looks a lot like blood. Presunto approaches a closed door with a small window in it. He peers through the opening and for a brief second you can see what appears to be a face staring back at him through the window in the adjacent door. Unaware that they're being watched, the group continues exploring the asylum before eventually deciding to leave. When the video was released, some fans thought that the face might have belonged to a homeless man who was stalking the boys and that they were incredibly lucky to have made it out alive. Most, however, felt that it was a ghost, possibly the spirit of someone who died in the asylum. What do you think? Has Presunto actually captured a ghost on camera, or could it be something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. YouTuber Pasty Pickle posted this creepy video to his channel in February 2016. He claims that a mysterious ghostly figure can sometimes be seen peering out of the upstairs window of his house. The clip begins as he pans the camera around the room in question. After showing that there's no one in there, Pasty Pickle heads outside to see if he's able to catch the creepy entity on film. He points the camera up at the bedroom window and sure enough there appears to be someone or something staring out.
I actually figured today. I actually got it on tape, no way. Wow.
He films the ghostly figure for a few seconds before heading back upstairs to check the room once again. As before, he scans the entire room but there's no one in there. In the video's description, Pasty Pickle mentions that it was a friend who first noticed the figure, a few weeks after Pasty Pickle had moved into the house. He claims that the spirit isn't violent and doesn't seem to manifest itself in any other way. Could it be possible that the eerie figure is actually the ghost of someone who once lived in the house? Or is it more likely an optical illusion caused by the sun reflecting off the glass? After American evangelist Harold Camping's failed prediction that the world would end on the 21st of October 2011, popular YouTuber Angry Grandpa posted this video mocking Camping's claims. Shortly before the end of the video, Angry Grandpa is seen standing by his house as a fire truck goes by. When the camera pans back, there appears to be a pale ghostly face peering out from behind a garbage can in the background. The face is only visible for a brief second before Angry Grandpa obscures the camera's view. He then moves and the face is gone. When the video was released, fans soon spotted the bizarre face and began debating over what it actually was. In the end, the overwhelming consensus was that the face belonged to a ghost. It seems unlikely that the video is a prank as the face is only visible for a split second and is very difficult to spot unless you slow the footage down. What do you think? Has Angry Grandpa inadvertently captured a ghost lurking behind his garbage can? Or is there another explanation for the strange face? Franco TV is a YouTuber who explores old abandoned buildings and locations that are thought to be haunted. In February 2019, he released this video in which he's exploring the Evergreen Cemetery in Jacksonville, Florida. The video begins as Franco TV is filming several eerie crypts lined along one of the cemetery's pathways. Suddenly, he hears a faint screeching noise shortly followed by a dull moaning sound.
Something big. I actually saw this on Google Maps when I was seeing this place.
After he's unable to see where the sounds were coming from, Franco TV makes his way towards a large mausoleum somewhere in the center of the cemetery. Realizing that it has no door, he decides to go inside. He notices that one of the small compartments that lines the walls appears to have been kicked in. Suddenly, he hears a knocking sound that sounds as if it's coming from inside the tomb. He calls out, "Is there someone there?" But no one answers.
Is there someone there?
As he pans around the room, the camera inadvertently captures a mysterious mist rising into the air, which is shortly followed by more knocking.
Oh my god.
Spooked, Franco TV decides to leave the mausoleum and continue his exploration of the cemetery. It's now dark outside and he needs to use a flashlight to see where he's going. He makes his way along another path lined with even more graves. The reflection of the flashlight against the headstones creates an eerie experience as he continues his search. Suddenly, he hears crying coming from up ahead, followed by the chilling sound of a children's music box.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Hesitantly, he searches for the source of the eerie sounds. Unable to locate them, Franco TV heads back towards the cemetery's entrance. On the way, he approaches the mausoleum and decides to take one final look. As he shines the flashlight towards the entrance, there appears to be a creepy face peeking out from around the corner. The face slowly retracts as he continues closer. Franco TV calls out, but there's no answer. He shines his light inside the mausoleum, however, there's nothing there. If you zoom in on the footage, you can see that the face appears to be pale and withered like the face of an old man. Suddenly, the music box begins to play once again. Franco TV runs back to his car and heads for the exit. He drives around for several minutes before realizing that he's actually locked inside the cemetery. Having no other choice, he phones the caretaker, who eventually sends someone down to open the gates. While Franco TV spends much of his time exploring creepy places, I'm sure that this was one haunted cemetery he couldn't wait to leave. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at a ghost that is apparently haunting Jake Paul, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll get alerts about all our latest videos. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul is one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. In March 2019, he released a video on his channel that supposedly shows a ghost haunting the Team 10 house. Paul claims that he woke up and walked into the kitchen where he felt an energy. The next day, he decided to check the security footage and saw something rather chilling. As Paul walks into the kitchen, a transparent figure can be seen exiting the room on the other side. As it does, it appears to move the trash can. After rewatching the security footage, Paul realizes that the ghost can actually be seen following him all the way from his room, along the hallway and then into the kitchen. Spooked by the incident, Paul decides to hire a ghost hunter to come and remove the entity from his house. That evening, the ghost hunter arrives and begins his investigation. He starts by reviewing the footage and then asks Paul some questions. Firstly, the ghost hunter asks if he's ever done anything to provoke the spirit. Reluctantly, Paul admits that he played around with a Ouija board a few months earlier. Accompanied by Paul and his friends, the ghost hunter begins searching the house in an attempt to locate the entity. As they make their way along the upper floor, something suddenly smashes on the level below.
Oh!
The ghost hunter heads downstairs to investigate as a chilling sound can be heard coming from the other room.
It's picking up.
Paul decides to review the footage to see if the camera caught anything strange. To everyone's amazement, a white ghost-like figure can be seen floating across the room. When this video was first released, fans naturally had divided opinions about the footage. As Jake Paul is well known for making prank videos, many thought it was likely to be a hoax. However, others have pointed out that Paul and his friends all appeared to be genuinely scared. What do you think? Has Jake Paul really captured a ghost haunting the Team 10 mansion, or is it more likely to be just a prank? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to see more creepy footage that YouTubers have caught on film, then check out that video on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist there you can binge on. Now in the comments section below, let us know which one of these videos you thought was the scariest. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.